Alrighty then, g'day guys and welcome. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder Reign of Winter, our Patreon game where we feature these wonderful and amazing people who support my channel and come out every week to come and hang and do cool, fun, and awesome things in the TTRPG scene. G'day guys, how are we all doing?
Yay! Hello!
It has been a hot minute since we've run these, but I'm so excited to get stuck into today's game. But before we do, guys, we got a couple of announcements to make. The first announcement is that there will be some changes to the Dead Aussie Gamer lineup coming reasonably soon. What this means is that we are going to be looking at changing a few schedules around and adding a lot more variety stuff to the Twitch stream. But all of our Patreon games and all of our live plays will live on YouTube, so stay tuned and watch for the changes as they occur. There will be notifications in our Discord, so if you haven't joined our Discord, pop over and give us a follow there, because all the announcements, all the schedule stuff will be there. And you know, we don't want you to miss out on being able to torment these guys, and we're gonna keep you guys doing it. So there you go. There you go. Is someone watching TV? Am I that boring?
I hear you too, but I don't think,
no,
think
okay.
it's just an echo.
I just thought I'd check. I'm like, haven't even gotten started yet, and my players are tuning out. Jesus.
What?
Savage.
Sorry.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm auditioning a bunch of people.
By the way,
for
if
a
anyone
player.
wants to take a player seat, by the way, my Patreon suddenly got like a few extra seats in it. You know, feel free to go.
Hey, you just told us not 5 minutes ago that you would kill us all for Klondike bars.
That's
So.
You also gave us the ammunition for that.
That's true. That's true. I kind of asked for this. All right. So yeah.
We
So
just don't want to get too attached.
that's true. That's true. Why am I getting attached to this? All right. So so as we've said before, blah 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 blah. Things changing. Always watch them. Discord. Yep, that's the thing. With Babush. There we go. If you're not on the Discord already, consider going and checking it out. Now, before we get started, as always, we want to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors for the show. We have a few of them here, so bear with us as we give them all the props. Sirenscape for the wonderful sounds that you will hear throughout the course of the game. Maybe, possibly, nope. Trust me, it'll come and turn on literally halfway when I'm through a sentence. It'll be like, oh, you pushed a button. Okay. Yep, thank you. Good job, Sirenscape.
It waited for the end of your sentence.
It did kind of wait to the end of the sentence, so I appreciate that. And yes,
Very polite.
which
Sirens.
you know, if you want to make your sounds look really, really cool, if you want to make your games look really, really cool with a really awesome sound set, guys, consider going and checking out Sirenscape and getting a subscription, because you get all the cool and awesome tools that are available to you to make your games be great. We'd also like to take a moment to thank Hero Forge. Guys, check out these Hero Forge minis. Look at these things. Aren't they amazing? We use them not only to represent our characters, our players, but also to have a great time being able to put ourselves into the mindset of the characters that we play. So consider going and checking out Hero Forge, where you can not only get these models printed, but you can also make really, really cool artworks with them and get access to all of the latest modifications that you can make to these characters by joining the subscription and the pro tier of the Hero Forge, which is very, very worth it, if I do say so myself. And lastly, Fantasy Grounds, our VTT of choice, which I am now affiliate with. So if you guys want to, you know, help out Dag and get some really cool Fantasy Grounds stuff, consider using our affiliate code right there. And you know, you can do what I do, not prep games and show up late and be like, hey, this is what we're doing. Fantasy Grounds, making Dag look good since he started online gaming. Okay, so without any further ado, let's meet the cast, let's meet these players, let's meet who we are going to be exploring these frigid wilderness with, starting with none other than our dear friend Calendria, playing the role of Kyrie the Slayer. Hello.
Hello, hello. I hope I won't die today, but you seem in a mood, so
Oh, I'm just
watch out for that.
I'm just pining for the fjords.
Finding for my death? Wait.
Yes. I haven't killed
Yes.
haven't killed a player in 3 months. I haven't had Neil walk into the jaws of death.
Yeah!
I'm itching. Someone ain't gonna make it through this game today.
You
Okay, I'll
can
prep
try
my
to kill me.
character.
No, there's no. Look. There is no try, only do.
Why do you think I make Grax a healer? No,
Anyway, Kyrie, our Slayer, who is one of the members of the Cinefang Academy, trying to make their way and prove on their very first adventure that they have exactly what it takes to be something more than simply a mere purveyor of blood and death.
Although that's fun too.
Oh, that's fun too. Next up, from the far eastern lands of Tianxia, comes Kichiro, the Kitsune warrior of the blade, played by our dear friend Lucas. Hello!
Hello, hello. How are you?
I am splendiferous, thank you. You excited for today? Keen? Ready to go?
I am, yes. I had to refamiliarize myself with my character. It's been a while.
Oh yeah, we're all gonna be figuring stuff out.
Grax's name
He's
is
the bard,
Bard
right?
now.
Yeah.
yeah, he's a bard. Yep,
Definitely
for sure.
a bard. You know, that's surely a thing, right? Bard's a class. Next up, of course, playing the role of the caretaker to this excursion of death is none other than Falgorn, the substitute teacher elf, played by our dear friend Kyle from Play Nerd Ally.
Yeah, so I love Falgorn because, you know, he knows a whole lot of stuff, but not really how to use it in the real world. He's been like a librarian substitute teacher for a long ass time.
He's got all these little end scrolls. He just can't use them.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just learning that, you know, like knowledge and practice are absolutely two different animals. Especially when confronted by giant polar bears. You know.
Oh yeah, that was the thing. Oh no.
You know, sometimes you gotta crap your pants. Like,
yeah, that's right.
All right, now causing trouble for not only himself but for me as well. We have, of course, our goblin tome eater Grax, played by our dear friend Immersion Diversion.
Hello. How you doing,
I'm
Mike?
doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. How was
It
PAX?
was amazing. It was awesome. I could talk about it for hours.
Grax is a goblin. He eats books. I don't know. I thought you were going to do my description. Thought I was like, yeah.
And posters of lost animals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that too. Anything paper related.
Yep, just a eater of paper. Beautiful, beautiful. And next up, of course, in our lineup is our dear friend Tim, playing the role of the monk Oriad Cromwell. Hello, Tim.
Good evening.
How you doing? Feeling all right? I notice you're in a different location. Is there a...
I am. Yes.
Where are we today?
Currently in South
Oh,
Korea.
yeah.
Ooh.
Just chilling out?
Yep. Traveling around the country. I hopped off the bullet train yesterday to another
Wow,
town.
you're a big traveler. Nice.
Sweet. Sounds incredible. Cromwell, of course, our martial arts student from the same academy as Kyrie, Kichiro, and Grax, has tried to remain level-headed amongst a whole bunch of different things, and has probably spent more time keeping the substitute teacher protected than seeking guts and glory, which has worked to the advantage of the group so far. But will that save him in the future? We will only find out. Very few people will be able to know this for certain, but if anyone could, it would be, of course, the Oracle Mistwin, cursed by the gods themselves, but seer of all things in the future, is none other than this delightful elven character played by our dear friend Marcus, the GM. How are you doing?
Good. You forgot to mention twice cursed,
My apologies.
double cursed by the gods.
Double curse.
But yes, hello. I am Marcus. I am playing Mistwin. The very unfortunate soul that the gods decided, you know, what if we made this one suffer even more?
True.
Who almost died like 3 times already.
Oh.
Sorry, I missed that last line.
I said who almost died like 3 times already. Once being trapped in a wagon. Once getting stabbed.
That's true.
forgot what the
Close
other
calls
time was.
are
Maybe it was
definitely
only
in
twice.
abundance with this particular group. But yes, let's us get ready to dive in. But last but not least, we want to give thanks to our final big contributor to this show, and that is you guys in the audience. Thank you so much for coming and being a part of this. Thank you for joining us here today. There are a number of ways that you guys can continue to support the channel and have a bit of fun at the same time. Not only do we have a really good score of channel points for you to redeem, but we also have a number of different rewards that you guys can claim in order to add to or enhance the encounters as they come. For $5, you can grant a hero point to our players or jinx points for me. These can be used to stave off death, roll with advantage, or petition the GM for shenanigans. For $10, I will draw from a deck of cards, which will generate plot twists. Yes, terrible plot twists. And these plot twists will go into effect immediately. For $20, you can grant a natural 20 to your GM or to one of the players of your choice. And for $50, you can increase the difficulty of an encounter, boosting a boss, or providing a magic item for our heroes. Lastly, we have a secret menu item. This secret menu item is a $100 donation, and not only does it come with a very, very heartfelt love message from me, because, you know, it's a lot of money, and, you know, it's super appreciated because all proceeds are going to getting me to America, which is very expensive, but also it will be responsible for transforming our major bandit encounter for today into a werewolf.
Shut up.
Yep, that's straight
What?
up it. Yep, the boss.
Just all the band, well,
Unacceptable.
every bandit just turns into.
Well, not
one
every
ba-
bandit,
one-
just the super big one.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
which
I was
is
like,
very
every single bandit, all
Yeah.
12, just morph into one
yeah,
werewolf.
which is super CR inappropriate, but I'll do it. I'll do it. Just you watch me.
There's your.
All right.
Once-
Without any further ado, I believe, with our heroes and villains now ready and willing, let us dive into today's session as we pick up from where we had previously left off. The sounds of crashing snow, the splitting of the mountain itself, as our heroes braced themselves for the oncoming avalanche that was unleashed upon them. This avalanche, this torrent of snow, crashed down and rampaged through the lands, cutting into the lodge where Rokar and his bandits were hiding out. Why is this relevant? Well, our heroes are on a quest to try and find the source of the unseasonable winter that grips these lands. It is actually summer, but a blanket of snow covers the forested lands to the north, and it seems to be getting colder and colder as the days go on. Our heroes, a group of individuals who have just graduated from the Cinderfang Academy of Heroes, have valiantly set out to try and find the source of this unseasonable weather. Along the way, they have encountered a number of different creatures that are not native to the Taldan countryside, but in fact more from the frigid north. They have encountered a number of ice elementals, winter fae, even tatzelworms, and have been told that a group of bandits had been rallying and working with various frost-like fae. You have come here in order to try and get to the bottom of that relationship and see if they were indeed responsible for all the things that are going on. After finding, sneaking, and arriving at the camp, the group managed to unintentionally, trigger an avalanche, which has now buried the lodge under several dozens of feet of snow. We pick up as our heroes pull themselves from the soft and silted snow, popping up like daisies left, right, and center, as do several of the bandits that are here. The first to emerge, just so that we can get some nice introductions in, is Kichiro. Kichiro, describe your character as he pulls himself out of the snow.
Well, that's a good idea. I should do that. No, so he'll as he pulls himself out, kind of dust himself off, get the snow off as much as he can, shake it loose, and then he'll immediately start searching for the rest of his companions to ensure that everybody is safe, that everybody made it through the avalanche relatively unscathed.
All right. Make a perception check or a survival check as you begin to look around.
The first one, the game roll. I just realized. Yeah.
Yay!
That's a decent roll.
Ooh.
Decent roll. All right. Not too far away, you see a small rat folk hand sticking out of the snow, reaching for the sky.
Oh yeah.
Kyrie, could you describe your character as you are pulled from the snow?
Yes. Ratfolk, as Sir Dag just said. She's covered in well, in addition to the snow, clearly. She's covered in her cloak, but she is now shivering in it and kind of pissed off about that. Using her hands to try to dig her way out as much as she can, with her blades tucked firmly on her hips, which she now wishes they weren't, because she would be using them to dig if she had them in her hands. And trying to also get a look around. She's more concerned with if there are enemies around than the status of the rest of the party.
All right. You begin to dig yourself out, and you can see only Kichiro on the surface. Do you say anything to him?
No.
Cool. All right.
She's a little pissed off, so anything she says is just gonna be snarky.
Fair. All right. Ooh, Schooly Eye has just donated a magic item to the group. A very generous donation indeed. It is a magic item for your discretion to who needs and benefits from the most. Ooh, okay. All right. And if it's to my discretion, I will keep that in the back pocket for now, but we'll find out where it is. And we have a plot twist from the wonderful Liska. Liska, it's so good to see you. Let's find out. So Liska, you get to choose from the following plot twists: mistaken identity, away with words, or an unwelcomed arrival. Those are your three choices. Mistaken identity, away with words, unwelcomed arrival. Take your pick, and that plot twist will come to fruition. All right. Next up, with feet emerging, kicking off what looks to be a large piece of roof that has collapsed down, Falgorn, you unearthed from the snowbanks as well. Describe your character as you pull yourself out of the snow.
So before that happens, what you see is there's like a small patch of snow that suddenly begins to sort of like shiver and shift a little bit. And then it creates like a tiny little sort of whirlwind as the winds that naturally surround Falgorn just sort of play with the snow a bit. And then as he pops up out of the snow, he just looks around at everyone and says, "Which one of you did that? It's quite rude. Was it you? Was it you, Grax? Was that you? Wait, where's Grax?"
Looking around, there is a tiny goblin-shaped snowman.
Yeah, I'm so looking at this.
Can Kyrie shush him real quick?
The snowman?
Because he's yes. Kyrie would no, because Kyrie is like, there's still enemies around, so please stop screaming.
Yeah, sure. What do you say? What do you say to Falgorn?
She's literally gonna go shh.
This isn't the library.
You're right. This is an area filled with enemies.
They're all under the snow. They've got to be dead. I mean, just because we survived means that we're special, right? And that they're probably taken care of.
Is the second story of the thing also covered?
The second story of the building is covered, but it is not deep.
Okay, so she's going to point up at it to indicate that they had better safety than we did. So are more likely alive than the rest of our party.
Bursting out of a tiny goblin snowman. Grax, describe your character as you emerge.
Just kind of shake the snow off as it goes flying. As this little green goblin built with some black markings on him comes out of the snow. Where's my book? Where's my? Oh, I feel it on my plate. I just reach into the snow and pull out a splash of snow, which turns into like a frosty book now. As I kind of flip through it and try to make sure all my pictures are okay.
They seem to be okay for the most part.
And then I kind of like hold the book against myself, and it starts healing me as I cast one of my it's been a while, my occultist spells. My occultist abilities I cast. It's called Flesh Mend.
Very well.
Yeah, and I heal 1d8.
As you begin to cast, the sounds that you make as you conduct your verbal components can be heard from underneath the snow as Cromwell and Mistwin, the both of you manage to pull yourself through the various interwoven tunnels beneath the snow and out to the surface. Mistwin, could you describe your character, please?
Yeah. Mistwin kind of does like the Night of the Living Dead type thing, where his hand just shoots up from under the snow. Then his right hand and just pulls himself as he's gasping for air. That was not very fun.
Oh.
As he's just like covered in the snow and debris.
All right. Cromwell, yourself?
Yes. It's a kind of a big puff of snow as the flurry comes spinning out. The snow just flying everywhere as Cromwell lands in the snow pretty much clean. Sort of shakes the last bit of snow out of his hair. And I see Grax made it out.
I'm okay. Mister, and you good?
Yeah,
Everyone
I should
okay?
be fine.
Where is the hunting lodge?
I think we got blown away with the. I think we got pulled with the. What was it, an avalanche? Or do we know what that was? It was got pulled with the snow. I think.
You're fairly confident it was an avalanche. As you look around, however, you can see that various mounds start to appear in the snow, and one by one, several of the bandits seem to emerge.
Can we go and play whack-a-mole and just knock them back into the snow?
They're coming at a reasonable enough speed that you wouldn't be able to go play whack-a-mole.
Like zombies, just
as
walk over to them.
But as they step out, they seem to look at each other and then look at you, and seeming disorientedly asking, what hit us? I came out of nowhere. Hey, who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm Grax. I'm a snow monster. Ah!
As soon as Grax says that, I'm gonna sort of look over and be like, "Oh my god, it's a snow monster!" Do I need to make like a performance check? or
Not
something?
even remotely.
I wasn't aiming for a check. I was being funny.
It was amazing.
It's a new day.
Rah!
And if something has absolutely no chance of success, I'm not even going to entertain you having a roll.
Yeah.
But as
Hell
you do so, a figure stands up from behind the others. This one seems to be dressed in a lot more intimidating attire. As this figure strikes an imposing form in front of you, he says, "Now, lads, we've all had the proverbial shit just kicked out of us. Let's not be too hasty. And these folks look like they're a bit rattled by the sudden downpour as well. Are you and your companions all right?"
As you say, we are quite rattled by this. But yes, we would appreciate any help that you might have available to give.
Well, I'm afraid help is a wee bit scarce at the moment, as you can see.
Certainly. Perhaps, and Falgorn is just trying to figure out a way to like get as much information as he can and get like start isolating them so that we can start taking them out one at a time.
Cool. I look forward to.
Kyrie just pipe up with, "You guys have a dog here?"
I was gonna say. I look forward to you figuring that out. All right.
Yeah.
Do we have a dog here? Did I say there was a dog here?
I don't
You
remember.
haven't said a lot of things. It's a yes or no question.
No, as in, has Michael previously at any point mentioned there being a
Oh.
dog here?
No,
There-
no.
I
The,
think we heard
the
a
dog was in
dog,
the woods. The dog was
and
in
then I
the woods
scared it
earlier,
off.
and we scared it off. Yeah. I don't think it'll be here. I'm just trying to
Oh, just wait.
make conversation that's not.
Maybe they have another
That-
dog that we thought.
Yeah,
that
right?
was
That's not make conversation. That's not what.
That's not Falgorn over there just kind of fumbling over his words. I'm just distracting at this point.
Trying real hard.
I feel as though maybe you guys don't understand how distractions are supposed to work. Because right now you've just got all of their attention.
Yes.
That's yep. Okay. They're looking.
I told everyone to be quiet, and they
Yep,
didn't
they're-
do it.
they're
So
looking-
Plan B's got to
They're
take
looking
offense.
directly at you. They're thinking that you're a bit strange. He says that there are no dogs here, or we don't have any dogs here.
Good.
They ask if
I was
you've
told you guys
lost a
had a
dog.
dog with you. Yes.
So.
Did you just
He
say
did.
no?
Yes.
Okay, he hasn't lost
Or-
a dog. I'm looking for a dog that's lost.
Oh god. Oh my god.
He also just pretended to be a snow monster, so clearly he doesn't know what he's talking about. You're sure there's no dog here?
Since the 2 seconds ago when you asked me, yep. And if there is a
Yes.
dog here, it's probably not very happy, given there was just an avalanche.
Well, yeah, that's kind of why I want to know.
I was in the snow 2 seconds ago, much like yourself.
How much?
I don't know
Yes,
that.
amongst the
survived?
among the tempestual swirling of ice and debris that made its way swiftly through my house. No, I did not see a dog.
Okay, okay.
So
Oh,
how
it's
much
your
of the
house?
house is left?
So
Hey,
Now,
Scrappy.
Is there, is there
question
enough
has-
house for?
He's
Is there enough house for us to actually shelter inside?
no. The house itself is well, the roof of the second story is about 10 foot down. He says we managed to get up, and we've got a few guards who are looking around to see if there's if how people are. We had a lot of sick and injured in our lodge prior to the avalanche, and things aren't looking
Dear.
things aren't looking great. But I don't believe that you guys came all this way out here to look for a dog. It's a long way to
Maybe
travel.
they didn't, but I did.
I mean, we sure weren't looking for an avalanche either.
I'm trying, because of a plot twist, to entertain a conversation. As the way with words, he's going, but this is now strike 2. I'm going to point out that there is a limit to how much I will deviate automatically to a conversation. He says
Aw.
that some of you are looking for a dog, some of you are not. Some of you are here wandering around for apparently different reasons, and if you don't wish to tell us, then it is not our business nor our place. So long as you have no business with us, then we are amenable to leaving you alone. We wish you whatever fortune is not the ill winds that seem to have traveled with you along with this avalanche. I don't believe that you're responsible, mostly because I don't believe you're capable of holding simple conversations, let alone casting a spell large enough to summon an avalanche. So I'm going to allow this, what I can only assume is some sort of school excursion, to carry on into the woods and be on your merry. Have a wonderful day.
That's
For
actually
Callie
very
that
good
doesn't
guess.
remember, why are we here?
We are
We're
because
school
we
excursion.
were on a school excursion.
Yeah.
Like we were
Right,
here.
but why were we going for the Raiders?
Because the fairies.
The raiders were working with
with
the
the
fairies
ice
who had come
fairies.
from who were saying that they were the origins of the ice and snow. You were gonna ask them about it, but obviously, like that was the thing, is you're trying to find out why winter has come in the middle of summer. And you
Mhm.
found out that there are winter fairies, and the winter fairies were helping these raiders attack that. Remember that royal escort wagon thing where you found that guy?
Mhm.
Yeah. They had attacked. The raiders attacked them, and winter fairies helped them. So you're kind of thinking like,
Okay.
hey, maybe these guys know something.
Okay. Well, I've already played the idiot card, so someone else has to
Well,
sound
right now,
smart now.
3 of you
Oh,
have
I'm
played.
playing the
I
whole
feel like
deck.
3 of you have played the idiot card.
Alright.
I'm the whole deck.
Miss Lynn
Although I'm actually really smart.
steps forward and clears his throat. Apologies for my compatriots here. Truth be told, we are in fact on a school excursion. We were visiting a town when suddenly the winter blew in. We came across some winter fairies that told us that you might have an idea of how and why the winter came in the middle of summer.
Well, we don't know why it is, but we know where it's come from. Further north, a creature showed up around what looked to be a tiny gateway to somewhere else. We agreed to help protect it until it was big enough, and in return, they would help us. All these creatures that came from it would help us. Let's just say get more resources. So,
And this creature, do you not think it poses some sort of threat to the natural world as it be?
oh, I couldn't care less. Me and my raiders, will kill people and we'll steal, whether it's sunny, whether it's snowing, if it's raining.
Fair enough. But what if this thing were to cause the end of a world? Then you would have no one to raid or pillage or plunder from.
Hardly seems like the end of the world is at hand, but even if it was, then at least we would die with full coffers.
You know, that's a very valid point.
I mean, have they promised to help you survive the end of the world at all?
Again, end of the world seems a little bit extreme. Doesn't seem like it's the end of the world. It's a bit of cold.
Yes,
We got our
some snow.
snuggies. We've got our we had our hunting lodge.
Snuggies.
Yeah, we're peachy.
Do any of these guys seem? Obviously, no one is well off at the moment, but does anyone seem particularly injured of the raiders?
The raiders themselves do not look injured.
Okay.
At least not these ones. There are injured ones inside the lodge, which you can't see.
Right.
Yeah, because remember there was like 30-something raiders.
Mhm.
You mentioned a bit ago that you had some sick and injured, correct?
That's correct, yes.
If he Misfin motions to Grax, if my friend and I were to offer our assistance in medical senses, do you think that you could perhaps let us pass through unabated?
I'm going to unpack this in two ways. The first is, no, we couldn't impose so heavily on the great and scary monster. This,
I'm not actually.
the second is,
fun.
I already told you that you could go on your way.
Yeah, just.
Sorry, I must have had some snow left in my ear. I was kind of tossed around.
Understandably, as you know, understandable when you are thrown around in an avalanche. Me and my men have no reason to impede you.
Yeah.
It's almost like some sort of weird plot twist prevents me from attacking you.
It's almost like you were just impeding us moments ago, and yet now we're not.
Is there? I'm just trying to think if there's like any reason to stick around. like there's. Could you tell us, perhaps where we might? I'd be quite interested in helping, Cinderfang, survive whatever's coming as best as possible. Maybe you could tell us where we could find the fairies that offered you the same deal. Perhaps they're looking for other allies.
Yeah, you'd want to go to the direction I was pointing at earlier, the large opening.
Yeah, point in the direction.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you will find the one we spoke to.
All right. Well,
All right, now just don't stand in our way.
Actually, was
Oh,
he
psych.
trudges through the snow.
And if you see a dog, no.
Rex trudging through a foot of snow. As his head is
Misfin
just
is
going-
resisting with every fiber of his being not to just smack a goblin as hard as possible on the back of the head.
What? I ducked into the snow.
Oh no, he's not going to. He's just resisting the
I
urge.
know.
Fair.
I mean, to be fair, it is football shaped.
It is football shaped.
It's like when you walk through the grocery store,
Should've
you
named
see a
him
big
Arnold.
bag of rice, you have no choice but to smack it.
Okay.
What?
Anyways, no.
Yeah. Misfin just bows respectfully and attempts to begin leaving towards the direction that Rokar pointed.
Safe travels.
Yep.
All right.
Can I do just a quick
Rating.
perception or investigation check to see if there's anything on them that is sort of stands out or is interesting?
My goodness.
As I'm passing, I don't want it to be intrusive, just sort of eyeing them, seeing what's going on.
The short sword that this guy has in his hand is super magical.
Oh, just gonna keep walking, but gonna
Yep.
gonna
Just
remember that.
Keep walking. Don't do anything stupid. Let's take the
Come.
generosity and just
Come now,
go.
students. Come, don't dawdle.
We're already going.
All right. Very well. You leave behind you the buried the buried lodge. As, they work very hard to attempt to unearth the structure. You disappear, making your way into the distance, following the directions as best as you can.
Did we manage to take the warhorse with us without them attempting to
What
stop?
horse?
Yes.
I don't know a horse.
We got a big warhorse last session.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw a horse. It died in the snow and avalanche.
This horse definitely did not die in the snow.
Yes. No. I have no
This
problem.
horse
I have
joined
no
us
drama.
after
I
the
have no
avalanche.
dramas with
Greg
the
says
horse.
it died in the snow. No, it's kidding.
What was its name?
I think it was Thunder, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I feel like it was something like that.
Thunder horse.
All right. Now, you crunch through the snow. Because it's quite deep, it is rather difficult, especially for the shorter members of the group, to proceed, mostly because every few steps you seem to sink deeper and deeper into the sand and need to readjust as you continue. Eventually, the land seemed to twist, and eventually you can feel hard, solid, compacted soil beneath your feet. Once again, as you travel. Now, let's see if I have this map. Do I? No, maybe not. Images. Nope. Not gonna give me that image? Oh, maybe that's why. Nope. Doesn't want to give me that image. Okay, very well.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So you've made your way there. Yep, cool. Past there. Okay, so you are now in. And it's after the lodge. Go. All right. Oh, that's very sad. Okay.
Oh no.
After you make your way past the raiders, you find yourself in an ancient forest, one that stands deathly quiet. Even the wind has grown still as snow falls softly through the stark branches overhead. Tracks, human in size but odd and misshapen, mar the otherwise unblemished trail through the trees here.
Do we follow?
Hmm?
Does it lead in the same direction the guy with
Yeah, this is on your trail.
Carla's. Okay. I wonder if I have. Sure. Grax will take a closer look at the footprints.
All right. So I just need to move these characters, which they're moving quite sluggishly. That's fine. All right. Further up ahead, as you look at these, the trail, they seem to lead to what looks to be 3 frost skeletons mindlessly ambling in the road ahead. Their bodies seeming to have seeming to wear similar garbs to that of Yuln, the Viking whom you rescued from the forest. It looks like maybe these are the last of the guards of the princess who had been attacked on the road.
Tell you, my compass might actually be of use.
I'd like to try a little something. Where are they?
Just further up ahead.
Okay. I think I'd like to try to cast like dancing lights to keep their energy focused away from us so that we can sneak up and just take them out real quick.
Sure, not a problem. They seem distracted by the glittering lights.
That's right. My lights that all look like little reading lamps. Sort of like floating
reading lamps.
Yes.
Nice.
All right, they're up ahead, and they seem to be paying attention to your reading lamps.
Shh. We should be able to do this relatively quickly and quietly, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna be somewhat being good and quiet.
Looks at his armor. Yeah, I don't think that might not be happening.
You guys have the advantage. You guys can move however you would like.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to stealth up, if I can. Or actually, I'm gonna look at Kyrie and be like, "Do you think you could get close enough to take one of them out immediately?"
We can find out. She's going to try it. She's going to, as best she can, because I doubt there are really much in the way of shadows, and she's in all dark clothing. So she's going to try to pick up some of the snow and rub it onto her her outerwear, and then she's going to try to sneak her way up to. They're facing. I'm sorry. Which direction are they facing?
They're facing kind of wherever the little lantern happens to be floating.
Okay. So I'm going to try to go for whichever one is in the back at that point. So if it's south, I'm going to go for the guy up north. And if it's east, I'm going to go for the guy on the west. So where are the lights, Falgorn?
They are. Oh, their back is to you right now.
They're like,
Okay, so the best is probably I can't move. There we go.
they're like
This guy?
Do we have? There they are. They appeared. I see
Quick
them
question, because I think
now.
Grax was moved up too.
Are you?
I was thinking, I'm just wondering, am I still shaken or?
Probably not. No.
Okay. See, I think Grax might go try to get near a different one, but.
Is this at the same time as Kyrie is gone?
Yeah.
Okay. You may move yourself up as well.
So I kind of, there we go. So I kind of try and duck into the snow as I kind of roll on the ground. I can't move my guy. There you go.
Oh man, if only they were.
Yeah, I had it for a
lined up.
second too. Yeah.
If only they were lined up perfectly, because.
And dancing lights separates out into several different lights. So I'm going to try to make sure that the light distracting each skeleton is exactly in the opposite direction of the people that are about to attack them.
And I'll also attempt to sneak up or move silently.
All right.
Okay.
Very well. They do not seem to notice you. Also, we have from Noria a hero point for... two hero points for Kyrie, 2 hero points for Grax, and 1 hero point for Kichiro.
Ooh. Awesome. Thank you.
Nice.
I love you, Noria.
Ooh, I still haven't noticed.
For
Cromwell
those
came
who
up.
wish
I'm
to,
gonna go
please
this way.
make your attacks.
Can you help me here?
I don't
Because
have
I've
good
never
melee attacks.
done it
I'm gonna
before.
go over here
I
this
have
way.
sneak attack now, and I have 2 weapon fighting. How does that work?
Well, So, let's start with 2 weapon fighting. 2 weapon fighting means that you would take a -2 penalty on both of your attacks as you make your attacks, but that would require a full round action. The sneak attack should calculate it if I give them all flat-footed, which I just have. So your damage should automatically include your sneak attack. If not, we can just roll it as an extra one. So, make your attacks.
Do we just get 1 attack, or are we doing a full attack?
I'd say you get 1 attack initially, because this is an ambush.
Okay, so only my initial, not my second hand.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I think I don't have really good for melee, so I think I would have just tried to sneak past him. So if we started something, I could.
Okay, that is a hit as Cromwell strikes the first one. And does what? How does that?
Sorry, follow-up stupid question. Am I subtracting the 4, or is it automatically done?
So what,
God, it's been so
subtracting
long.
It'll automatically do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's automated. Oh, it's immune to non-lethal damage, but you're a monk, so it's lethal damage, so that's fine.
Wait,
Alright,
Yeah,
you
it's
will
not
destroy
non-lethal.
Oops, wrong
the
one.
skeleton.
Ignore that. That's the wrong one.
Bam.
Splat.
Alright, that'll hit. Do your damage.
Oops, I almost sorry, wrong one again. I'll get it right eventually, guys.
It did not seem to lower it. So roll a d6 as well. Or 2d6, sorry.
Okay.
No, 1d6, because you're Slayer.
1d6. Yep.
Ooh, that skeleton is actually still alive. Okay, done and done. Alright, at this point, the skeletons are now paying attention to you as you attacked them. They spring/leap into battle. Alright, Grax, you are up first.
Aha. So. I gotta get rid of this stuff. Well, you know what? So, kind of Grax lifts up in his book, and he opens to the page of the hawk, or the eagle. Yeah, the eagle, and he calls for Raoul as he opens his book, and a bird flies out, an eagle flies out of the pages at the the frost skeleton number 2,
Sure, not a problem.
and the eagle's going to go attack that one. Raoul, we need you.
Just a regular eagle?
Yes, it's a regular eagle. I don't have a giant one yet.
Alright, and the eagle goes for an attack. And
Oh
Oops.
no! Oh gosh.
alright, the eagle does not manage to attack.
Okay. Then I'll, with the new movement, I'm gonna go over this way into the bush. And just kind of wait there.
Alright.
And then my turn's done.
Alright, Kichiro, you're up next.
All right. Let's see. I will move up, drawing my weapon as I go, my katana, and I'm going to attack this dude in the face.
Alright, make your attack.
As I find it, there it is.
Yeah!
Critical threat. With a critical hit, deal your damage.
Nice.
Sweet.
Ooh.
Alright. 13 points of damage. The blade sings as you shatter the skeleton to tiny, chunky pieces.
Nay!
Nice.
Alright, done and done.
You see Falgorn in the back, just like, yeah, good job.
Falvorn, it is your turn.
I am. I'm going to hold my action and try to just sort of maintain the lights, as everybody else seems to be doing very well with the skeletons, and I am not a melee combatant. So there's
Alright.
If by the end of the round the skeletons don't seem to be going down, I'll just hold my action to attack with my quarterstaff.
Sure. The skeletons move forward and are going to try and use their claws on Kichiro. Or the skeleton, should I say. One will miss, but one will hit. Kichiro, you will take 5 points of damage, 2 of which are a frigid cold that comes from the clawed nails of this skeleton. As we're going to go to Mistwin.
Alrighty. Well, Mistwin's just gonna hang back. He can't really do anything because he's only got a single spell cast left, and the one spell that he can cast at range doesn't affect undead because it's mind altering. So he's just gonna learning his lesson from the chickens. He's just gonna move to about here, and that will be it.
All right, very well. Next up, Kyrie.
Yes. Do I finish my two-hand attack?
No, this is a new round, so
I
you
was in the
can
middle of
have
one?
a full two-handed attack if you like.
Oh, then yes, I would like to do
Alright,
that.
You take a -2 penalty on your attacks as you hit, because you're attacking with 2
Mhm.
weapons.
All right. Wow.
That won't do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Second action.
I thought that was going to be a 1. Hey, I
Much
did
better.
okay.
Make your attack. Or deal your damage, should I say.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Unfortunately, this will do no damage as your blade passes through the skeleton's bones and hits kind of like in the gaps between the ribs. All right. We swiftly then move to Cromwell.
Should duck around everyone who seems to have been surrounding it.
Flanking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you are now
I
flanking.
I forgot about
Keep its
that.
head off.
Nice.
With the flurry of blows, if I need it.
All right, that'll hit. For 2 points of damage, which should be 7.
Yeah.
Why is it resisting?
I'm gonna shout out. Yeah, that's right. Good job with tactics. You're doing
Actually,
very
no, that
well.
will break it. I don't know why it's partially resisting your bludgeoning attacks, because it's DR5 bludgeoning. But that will kill it.
Right.
Terrified.
So, with one fell smash, the skeletons fall to pieces, the bones rattle to the ground, and stillness prevails. You emerge victorious.
Yay! I opened the book and my eagle flies back into the pages.
Very well. It seems as though...
I must say,
Yeah.
I'm very proud of all of you. It was very well done.
I noticed, Felgorn, that you seem to have moved quite swiftly now from the theoretical applications of combat to just there's a thing, smash it.
Very well.
Almost like you've had a life-changing experience, maybe several times on this trip.
Alright, we should search these guys. I mean, maybe they had something important. They were friends of the Yoon guy. I
I
think
mean,
he's...
there's not much to search, but maybe you want a bone to chew on.
I guess, Guess Grax is gonna look around and just kind of see if there's any bags that the skeletons might not have had on them anymore.
Yeah, well, if these were the guards of the princess, there might be like something that she or her friends might want. Like there might be some token, like a dog tag or something like that.
A dog.
It
dog
doesn't seem like
parchment?
they have anything like that on their skeletons, but you can make a heal check as you are examining the bodies.
Ah. Okay. Not good at that, but I will do so. Where's heal? There it is. Ooh, okay. 16.
$16.
Yep.
Okay. You can tell that while these guys do not have anything of note on their person, you do know that there is signs of intense torture. Sword blades and the like have been used on these people in abundance. They did not die slowly or easily.
Maybe something turned. Well, obviously, I think if they used to be human, maybe obviously something probably turned them into this. But they weren't cut. They were attacked using like blades and swords, and they're all cut up and stuff. Other than
They didn't die slowly, or they didn't die swiftly.
They didn't die swiftly.
I think they. Yeah. Which immediately Garx kind of just goes on edge a little bit, and he starts looking around to see if there's anything else around.
Not great. Yes. I'm glad that these were not too much of a threat, but whatever found them is most likely going to be. Anyone that could take out this many warriors and torture them all into undeath itself is not something to be taken lightly.
Which means we probably shouldn't stick around.
No.
Maybe they swore some kind of guard's oath that they're not released even in death.
All right.
We're bad at being adventurers, guys.
I'm not gonna tell you anything more, but yeah. All right, you carry on.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep an eye out though, because I'm not like Grax is kind of on edge now, knowing that something else did this to these guys. And
What do you mean something else?
Nearby, or I don't know. Grax is just on edge. He thinks.
What do you think happened here, Neil?
I think that someone else turned these guys into these undead. Because
You mean they didn't create themselves?
This one's gonna stop the skeletons. I don't feel right. Can we at least bury them and give them resting rights before we go? It doesn't feel right leaving their sullied bodies here.
Yeah. We could take something off of them as proof that we found them.
Yes, I think that would be the best thing to do.
All right. You take a little bit of time. You create 3 small, loosely marked graves and say the rites. Mistwin, what is your deity?
Mistwin doesn't have a deity as an oracle.
Then God spit in your face and tell you, how
however-
dare you perversely claim to put their spirits at rest when the God of death hates you?
Well, I mean, probably. Who's the god of
Pharasma.
death specifically? Oh yeah, no. Pharasma and I do not have a good connection with each other. That's for damn sure. See, for the deities that Mistwin actually is on decent terms with are Airstill, Shaylin, Serenray, Desna, and Aurori. Oh, and Nethys. So.
Yep.
But yeah, Pharasma and Asmodeus specifically
So
are...
your funeral rites look along the lines of, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Hey, sorry, I was just using this line to prank you. Up yours, biatch! Very well. That is how you give them. That's how you give the middle finger to the
There we go. Yep. That sounds pretty good.
All right. Very well.
This one's going to all the hells.
All right. The atheist oracle continues on their journey, having taken a moment to blaspheme the god of death. All right. As you guys begin to travel, Kichiro, you and Kyrie suddenly get a whiff of something. It is the smell of decay and rot coming from up ahead. It's a little bit off the trail, but it's very distinct to your animalistic noses.
Kichiro will immediately stop, signal for the rest of the group to stop as well, and explain the stench that he smells up ahead, the stench of death and rotting.
It's not up
flesh.
ahead, it's just off the road.
Oh, off the road, yeah.
Are you sure Falgorn didn't soil himself again?
Well, not coming from his direction.
There's a distinct difference between the smell of rot and the smell of somebody crapping themselves.
There is a very distinct difference.
Oh, yeah. He rotted shit. What do you think, Kichiro?
Would I know? Is it just like? Is it something just like a corpse rotting? Is that essentially what
Pretty
I'm
much,
smelling? Okay. Yeah. So it's the stench of death. There's some sort of corpse or something rotting off the path here just a bit. So whatever caused that is potentially still in the area.
Wonderful.
Although, given what we just fought, they might not just be rotting peacefully.
This is also true.
Are there any tracks around the
Nope.
area? Okay.
Are there any other distinct smells or sounds that might help me identify if there's anything that might cause us some issue in the area?
Not from this distance, no.
All right.
Are there any other... actually, I don't remember. Well, whatever. Are there any other animals around that are kind of like reacting to it, like squirrels or like any kind of?
Not especially.
Okay. So they stench killed all the animals in the area. Got it. Or made it run away. I guess we can only really check it out. Unless we want to try avoiding it.
I think any sort of information that we can get first will be useful in determining what is going on here.
Well, in any case, I'm gonna be ready, and I take out that one we got it earlier in in some loot. It was the masterwork crossbow that was in the loot with all that stuff we found.
I'm not
So
just
I'm just
picturing
gonna
a tiny goblin with just an oversized crossbow.
Dude, that's what I had at the beginning. This thing's smaller than that one. Michael, I couldn't find the masterwork crossbow in the items thing, so
That's okay, you can just have a regular crossbow, and then you can just add a +1.
okay, cool. Works for me. I think it was a light crossbow.
The sun slowly begins to set.
Oh dear. Yeah, let's see if we can find a little shelter to get out of the cold. Yes.
I'm all for that.
All right. Ignoring the smell of rotten
Maybe
decay,
the
you
cave or
continue down the
something.
road, making your way, looking around for what could be potentially shelter. Make a survival check as you look around.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Oh, wait,
Is this to see
actually,
how many of
my-
us survive?
Wait, my survival's actually good because of my self-sufficient. Because I have a. Ooh, yeah, that's right. I have the plus 2
Might as well
bonus
try.
to, right, skills.
What is?
Survival's at the bottom.
Oh wait,
Nice.
no, ignore mine. I have no ranks in it, so I can't.
Yes, you can. Survival's not a trained only skill.
I have no ranks in it.
It's
If
not
this
a
is
trained
for
skill.
cold,
Oh,
if this is for
gotcha.
weather, I do get a +5.
No, it's fine. But Kyrie and Kichiro, the two of you managed to find what looks to be a small, kind of like it's almost like a burrow. Maybe a large badger or something may have possibly managed to sequester themselves away in this small, secluded space. Whether or not it's still in there is up for debate, but it is large enough to house both, the entire group comfortably over the night.
Kyria is just going to turn back to the group and then say this way and motion with her hand and just start going without explaining what it is she's doing.
Sure, why not?
Sound good to me.
And as they get closer, she would like to listen to see if she can hear if someone else has perhaps had the same idea.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Giant badger.
It's a giant badger. I will try to tame it with my
Oof.
no-handle animal.
Alright, you do not seem to hear or see anything out of the ordinary.
I will also check just in case.
Sure, make a perception check.
No. Huh.
Also, can I take a moment to say that did Dredd just come into my chat, say also Dag, and then just disappear?
Yes,
Yes.
God freaking damn it, Dredd.
that's a very dread
It
thing
is!
to do, though.
Oh, I love this man, but all right. Kichiro with an 18. Let's see how you go. Let's see how you go. Let's see how you go. When I do this. Bing. Oh, with a natural 1. That's no good. There is something inside the burrow.
Sweet. Do I know what it is?
Large white fur, very, very soft and silky, is
Oh, no.
inside
Oh,
of
no.
this. You don't know exactly what the creature is, but you can certainly see that it is there breathing and currently, well, not asleep, but it's like in the burrow.
Is it a wabbit?
It's a bit bigger than a rabbit.
Is it our friendly wolf that we helped save?
Definitely not a wolf.
Is it the polar bear?
It's not the polar bear.
Is it a phoenix fox?
Yes. No. Maybe. What it is in the way.
Perhaps we should hope for the best and prepare for the worst here.
Isn't that kind of our motto at this point?
Just the
Well, then why
It
don't you
looks
go ahead
warm,
and go
whatever it
in
is.
first?
Well, what I'm thinking is that there are certain things that I could do to wake it or distract it. Well, we create a zone here where as soon as it steps out of its burrow, if it is not friendly, we can all just attack it at once.
Algon, your bloodlust is starting to concern me.
No, it is not bloodlust.
I'm proud of you, teacher.
It is simply being prepared. I have studied
I'm not
many
opposed to it.
strategic encounters in
I'm
my
not
days in the
opposed to it.
library.
Well, it's getting darker and colder, so whatever we're going to do, we need to do it now.
All right, let's arrange ourselves, I suppose. and there's a thing in the burrow. Okay.
Is there enough space like above it to go in?
There's enough
Like,
space
is
for
there,
there's
like,
enough space for about 2 people to walk in side by side.
Okay. What about over it? Like, if someone threw a little something.
That sentence made no sense.
Someone could throw me over it, and I can reach the
No,
other
it's
side
filling
by
up
being
the.
thrown.
It itself is preventing you
Okay.
from getting it further.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I guess we can only really get in through the side if we want to. Or Falgor, do you have anything that could make it smaller?
That could make it smaller. Sadly, I do not.
Not
have that thing.
Okay. No teleport. I mean, I know it's pretty high up there, but you know, there's always a chance. Oof. What if we just dug
Again,
into
I
the
think that we
dirt
need to
under
arrange
it?
ourselves around the entrance and prepare for it to be angry. Take it down if we need to. But
I guess I could always, we could hide. I could get its attention with an animal and have kind of lure it away with one of my servitors.
Kyrie is going to try to place herself right beside the mouth.
Yeah,
and hunker down.
Grax, I appreciate the creativity, but let us actually solve the problem instead of freezing to death outside.
Yeah,
particular game.
Okay.
So I'm going to I'm going to where is everyone arranging themselves?
Listen, will be right here.
To say I don't know exactly where the entrance is, but she's trying to flank on just on the outside.
There we go. All right.
So
cool. I'm gonna stand a little bit away from it, and I was like, "Is everyone ready?"
As ready as I'll ever be.
Ready.
So,
And
just real quick, Kichiro's going to position himself in front of the mouth, away from it, far enough. But so he's the first thing that it sees, hopefully, and he's going to put his hands up, palms towards it, to show that he's not a threat. Is his what he's going for?
Fabulous. Then I'm gonna cast dancing lights again to try to sort of create some light inside the space and wake it up gently. Anything?
All right. As you do so, it seems to shift its position. Given you haven't done damage to it, it just kind of seems to be like almost like it's not. It hasn't done anything yet, but it definitely is alive. It's definitely big. It's definitely one creature, so it's not like a freaking mound of tribbles.
Well, maybe we can just go and sleep next to it.
Right. This, excuse me, good animal, sir. We do need to pass through this space. Is it all right with you?
As you talk to it, it does not seem to respond.
I get a little. Pardon me, sir, animal. Can I tell what kind of animal it is?
Make a nature check. Knowledge nature.
A nature check.
Yeah, knowledge nature.
I don't have knowledge nature, sadly. I do have knowledge of geography.
I don't think that'll help.
Knowledge geography will not help you.
I have knowledge nature.
Tim, as it sort of moves, you get like a better idea of what you're looking at. You know that it is a giant ferret.
Giant ferret. What do I know about giant ferrets?
What do you know about giant ferrets? Well, sorry, not ferret. Giant weasel. Giant weasel. They have a really good sense of smell. They are very bendy. They have bites that are quite vicious and cause intense lacerations. They are part of the ferret mink family, so they're kind of all like kind of in that thing. They're generally fearful, but they are very aggressive when protecting their territory.
Right.
Their pelts go for quite a lot of money for anyone who wants to get it. Especially their tails, which are often often prized by high society.
Okay.
Let's see. And
No one going in.
well, I still think we need to, in fact,
I think it's just trying to sleep. I think it'll ignore us.
if we just walk past it.
I mean, I can be a guinea pig if you want me to try and go.
Was
my
there room
God.
to walk past it?
No. The thing is, it is preventing you guys from going in and taking shelter in the burrow.
Well, we need to
I see.
get rid. We either need to share the space with it, or we need to get rid of it somehow.
Quick question.
So, yes.
Does I know there's a lot of snow. Can I dig down enough to find like a loose rock?
You can find a loose rock. That's not a problem.
I'd like to find one, pick it up, go to the mouth, and throw it at it. While these guys are talking back and
All
forth.
right, make your attack.
Oh my
You can
goodness.
target the weasel if you'd like.
What do I How do I do that? Because it's just a rock.
Ranged attack.
Ranged,
Yeah, just a basic ranged attack with a -4. Should be fine. You're not trying something too difficult.
Ranged attack. Ranged attack. Okay. I was saying I'm trying to hit it like not in the face. I want to hit it like in the midsection. Wow. I'm bad. My aim is terrible, guys.
All right. Let's see how it responds to that.
Still believe in you.
Do. How much is that weasel in the window? Oh, he's pissed off. Okay, yep. So as that happens, the weasel spins around and immediately lunges in your direction.
All right.
Hey guys, I got its attention.
It
Everybody
launches in our
attack.
direction.
Get it! Get it!
All right. Let's roll initiative, shall we? Boom. All right, Falgorn, you were up first.
We don't. Oh, I am. Okay. I am. I'm going to like get to where if the weasel like comes out, or the ferret comes out of its cave, it'll step up and like come within 5 feet of me, and then I'm gonna hold an action. So I'm gonna move over there and then hold an action with Shocking Grasp.
All right, very well. We will leave that there then. Which will end almost immediately because it'll scurry out in your direction. Which will trigger your readied action.
Absolutely. I am. Let me pop up this combat tracker over here. And as it pops out, I am just, I'm gonna, all right, I am, sorry, the damage to, there we go. I'm gonna roll this onto Giant Weasel. You just see, you see electricity, just like, I'm really surprised.
Well, I think you need to make the attack first.
What if I don't want to?
Well, you could miss. I'm happy for that. Yep, there you go. Beautiful. All right. So, electricity flies from your hands and travels along its body. As it does so, the first stands on edge, and you hear the weasel sort of cry out in pain. It very much has no intention of allowing you to get away with that, and will grab onto you and start shaking you in its mouth.
Oh God!
It's not gonna initiate court proceedings.
Oh no! I don't like that.
Yep.
I
have just a tiny little bit of electricity left in my finger, and I like boop him on the nose and distract him.
Unfortunately
So
for you, electricity causes its jaw to slam shut on you as I burn my natural 20.
What? No. You're mean.
And I don't suppose that
Wow.
I can use
Wow.
my misfortune
He's
on that
dead.
next 20.
Oh my God! I think you just killed
Like
Falcon.
straight up.
Can
Yeah, just straight up Falcon.
Oh yeah. Oh.
can Mr. use his thing on the?
Nope.
Yeah,
Because I
no,
didn't roll.
Yeah, because it's just the straight up nat 20. Yeah.
Well, so
Yeah.
I will say, I did not level up to level 3, so I still have my level 2 number of hit points.
That sounds like
How many-
sounds like a you problem there.
But
But
and I will roll up a new character.
well,
for
no,
next
because you do still have one trick up your sleeve, and that is you do have a hero point, which means you can stave off a killing blow.
Okay.
I can also stabilize.
That won't help you.
No. This is
No, as in it's taken
more
him.
than-
It's taken him
they
below
did more
0,
damage than my
below
hit
his
points.
negative con in a single hit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is just death. But what I will do
They only-
is
I love how he's trying. I love how he's trying to find another rationale here beyond. I want to use my hero point to not die. But I'm willing to. I'm willing to pay this.
Let me be clear. I'm going to use my hero point right now. I'm trying to figure out what the best story
Oh,
is.
okay. I get you.
For utilizing that hero
Okay.
point.
Well, let me tell you mechanically
there's,
what it does before we count out the story. Basically, it is going to attack you with a devastating hit, and you're going to be on 1 hit point.
Okay. All right. There's I am I'm going to as I feel like the tendons in my arm and the muscles start to get snapped through, I'm going to grab like that little underside of a creature's tongue that's super sensitive that attaches it to the bottom of their mouth and just like yank to try to get it to pop its mouth open again.
Yeah, no, it'll absolutely do that.
I will then fall down.
You're not falling down. You're on 1 hit point. However, it does have 2 abilities, neither of which your hero point negates. The first is the ability known as attach.
No.
So it is still attached to you, but it doesn't sort of rip you in half. And the second is bleed, so all of the perforated wounds are seeping out. So while it has brought you around, stabilize, which is what Mistwin was suggesting earlier on, is not a terrible idea. You will be taking 1d4 bleeding damage per round until you are healed.
Might I inquire as to whether or not the magic item might come into play?
Good question. That magic item is the weasel.
Oh, damn. All right.
What?
Yeah.
More in a moment.
More in a moment.
But for the time being, that is what the weasel does. Kichiro, we now go to you.
What if we just let the weasel have Falgorn's body as a treat? Will it let us?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet. Can I do? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. I was trying to, reason with this thing as much as I could until everybody was like, "Kill it." But can I use handle animal to try to calm it down a little bit,
Sure.
so it doesn't try to rip the rest of us in half?
Yeah, I got no problem with that. Give it a go.
Oh God,
Oh no, dear.
No,
that
I'm
was
gonna
my
use
first bad roll of the game.
I'm going to use my misfortune, re-roll it.
All right, go for it.
Already. Let's do this. Yeah. There we go. That's a little better.
Better, yeah.
It's a lot better.
All right. Unfortunately, that is not enough to calm it down while it is hostile and you are in its territory throwing rocks at it.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't throw any rocks at it.
It's true, but it doesn't give a shit.
That's fair, I guess. What if I were to also use a hero point? Could I use that to calm it down?
Oh, you know what? For a hero point, yeah, all right, I'll take that. That is your approach the bench hero point. So yes, I will take that hero point, and it is calmed down enough. It is still kind of hissing. It doesn't want you around, but it realizes it's done sufficiently enough by warning you.
Yes, and I will keep my hands up to show, I have no intention of fighting it. I'm not a threat. And I will try to explain to it. Well, I'm going to ask it to drop Falgorn first so that we can take care of him.
It'll drop him.
And then I'm going to try to explain that we were just looking for some shelter, and we were only trying to wake him up. We went about it the wrong way. I understand that. We were just trying to get your attention so that we asked if we could maybe share part of your burrow for the night.
Are you
it's
talking
getting
to
dark
the
and it's
weasel?
getting cold, and we're just looking for.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to calm it down.
Okay, the weasel does not.
I don't know if it can understand
even
me
a
or
little.
not, so I'm just doing it anyway.
not
Okay,
not
that's
even,
fine.
Just
But the tone is soothing. The tone is
yeah. I'll take that.
to try to let it know that we're not a threat. We're just looking for shelter. We needed a place to stay.
Okay. All right. The creature has somewhat stood down. It will not attack unless attacked. So I'm gonna drop us from the initiative to go into a light initiative. You guys may take your turn orders if there's something you guys would like to do. Grax, you're up next.
You're muted.
Thank you. The sister's still vacuuming. So seeing as it kind of backed away kind of temporarily, and also that Falgorn and used its shocking grasp on it, I'm going to slowly approach it, and just kind of like, without any kind of intent or anything, I'm just going to try and kind of sort of open my book, kind of reach out towards it, and like slowly try and put my hand on it. And then I'm going to cast my flesh mend and heal its wounds to try and calm it down even further.
Okay.
So I don't know if in this case it would be a touch.
So you're gonna try and
attack
go up and
because
touch the
you're-
weasel?
Like, yeah, I'm gonna slowly do it to try and heal it.
All right, make a handle animal check.
Okay.
Let's see how you go.
Come on, -2.
Remember, it's
Yeah, it's a 19.
I do believe
Nice.
it's a trained skill, though.
Yeah, I've got 2 ranks in it.
Okay, all right. No, that's pretty good. It'll allow you to heal it, and with you healing it, its disposition changes from indifferent to friendly, and it will allow you to rest in the burrow.
I'm gonna then pet it and
Don't
then
push your luck.
actually cuddle
No, I'm
it.
joking. All right. You manage to.
Rex likes living on borrowed time.
Aha, nice. All right,
Bro.
so here's what you guys get. You learn that this weasel was actually formerly a druid companion, noted by the fact that it does indeed have a druid's collar on its person. The druid is nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be found. Likely, in a story situation, you could probably ascertain that this weasel unfortunately lost its druid many years ago and just lives out its life in peace. You do notice that there is something unusual about it. It has around its neck a small horn. What this horn allows you to do is anyone in possession of the horn has the aspect of the weasel, and you can do two things. Number one is you gain a 10-foot burrowing speed, and you also have the ability to squeeze into spaces half the size of your normal squeezing capacity. These occur when you blow the horn, and will have a effect duration of 10 minutes, usable 3 times per day.
Just for the person who blew it, or
For the person who blew it.
Okay. Well, if Grax had it, he could then use his football-sized shaped head to finally get into places he normally can't.
Oh my god. I'm using Kyrie so that she can literally burrow up under people and then stab them.
I'm down for that too.
Yes.
How fast is the burrow speed, or is it using your speed?
I mean, I would say
10
something about Cromwell, but he's a human. So
True. Yeah, I'm down for Kyrie getting it. You get up in the melee really quick and then pop up on him.
All right.
All right. I'm sorry. What is it called? And I'll write it down to add.
I'm going to call it the Horn of the Weasel, and it is a custom item thanks to our dear friend Schooly Eye. Thank you for the donation.
Nice. Thank you. That's awesome.
Yes, this is basically it gives you the aspect of the weasel. So that's that is the nature of it. It's a very cool and useful item, especially for digging through the snow and stuff like that. It means that instead of looking for shelter, you guys could blow the trumpet and actually create a burrow or warren of your own. So that's going to be very useful in the days to come.
Yes, nice.
All right.
Yeah, we can sleep. So exhausted.
You sleep peacefully. It is warm inside of the burrow with the giant weasel in there with you. You dream peacefully and restore all of your hit points and
Yay.
all of your spells for the night. The next morning, you awaken. The weasel is already gone and begun their day, and you set out, continuing onwards. You notice that the snow is deeper, and even though the burrow was on the floor the previous night, it now seems to be partially buried. The area is still seeing blankets of snow continually pour outwards and downwards, and the chill in the air is even worse now. You pause and take a moment, fearing for what the townsfolk in Heldren might be going through, even in this inclement weather. Right. Yes.
Is it super duper cold?
It's pretty cold.
Also, did the weasel leave?
Yes.
Oh, you don't get to play with the weasel anymore.
I know. Grax probably got woken up by it moving, but then fell right to sleep because Grax was kind of laying against it in its fur. Pop! Ah!
All right.
I'm going to, as we get up, I'm going to sort of look around and just like, I think I have some ideas about this. I'm going to look at sort of like our cold weather clothes and things like that, and start sort of like scribbling down a couple of arcane notes. As I mechanically, I did not pick my spells for 3rd level that I get for leveling up. So I think what I'd like to do is look back on our adventure and be like, okay, so first, I was unable to use my psychic abilities on those undead creatures. I feel like that is something that I need to work on. So he has created now the spell Command Undead, so that now he can, in fact, deal with those
Self-reflecting teacher.
And then he also got Endure Elements Communal. So if we get into a nasty patch and we need a couple of hours of help, I can do that, and I can split it up between the entire party.
Awesome.
Nice. All right.
Also, I'm going to start scribing an arcane mark on all of my books. I'm going to look at Grax and be like, anything that has this mark on this is unacceptable to eat. Do you understand?
Fine.
Yes.
I haven't really eaten any of your other things.
Yes. We have history.
But you
Grax.
wanted to, though.
Yes. I've really wanted to. I've held the urge for so long.
As you go.
No, I want to eat some right now.
All right.
Do you have any blank? No, I can't. It has to work with it.
Now,
Hold on.
you continue on the road, but the north road suddenly starts to twist and head arcing around the forest, turning back south and to the west. You feel yourselves turned around a little, and the forest trails seem to eat each other as the snow-covered pines seem to cross over one another. Eventually, up ahead, the trail leads you to what seems to be a makeshift maze made of large boulders.
Mine's all black. There.
A labyrinth.
I can still see the snow on there. That's cool.
A labyrinth unfolds before you.
Whoa.
Even those of you who do not have magic at your disposal, you have this sense, a strong sense that this place here is riddled with some kind of hexcraft.
First thing I'll do is I'll open up one of my books and I will start reading a minor enchantment from it and cast Detect Magic to see if there are any hot spots that sort of light up in that area.
Oh, absolutely everywhere.
So, oh, darn it. Okay, so I cannot distinguish the things. All right, then I will send out some dancing lights to sort of light our way so that we can actually see what's going on.
All right. The dancing lights flutter out and into the rocks as you begin to make your way in. As you do so, something unusual crosses your path.
Dear.
Oh. Balgruin, where'd you go?
As you make your way forward, what appears to be a little girl in a white dress hides behind one of the nearby pillars and says, "I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. I never meant to call you names." You look in that direction, almost like trying to peer around the stone that she disappeared behind, but she's gone. And around a different pillar, the same girl appears again. "Please, don't keep me here. It's so cold. I miss my mother." Looking around and seeing her visage darting between these stones, you realize that there is something evil at play, something dark at work. But that is a story for next week.
Oh no.
Thank you very much, everyone,
Nice.
for coming and joining us today. We hope that you had a wonderful time. My name's Mike. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This has been a wonderful return to form for the Reign of Winter, guys. I hope you guys had a good time. I'm going to end it a little bit early, mostly because we need to say farewell to our dear friend Kyle, and we do tend to eat into Kyle's lovely streamer friends' streams. So today we're going to let Kyle go on time. Also, my jaw is still killing me from having my wisdom teeth removed, so I'm going to take a little bit of a break.
Okay.
But guys, thanks so much for watching. We hope that you enjoyed everything. Again, big shout out and thank you to our sponsors, Hero Forge for the wonderful artworks, Sirenscape for the beautiful sounds, and Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice. And of course, a big thank you to all of our sponsors, you guys, and of course, our donations, our subs, so many wonderful and familiar faces here, and of course, all of you new followers, all the people who are joining us for the very, very first time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right now, we're going to go and raid our friends over at Winter's Tales. This is, of course, none other than our dear friend AJ, who is a wonderful streamer, also from Perth, who does great, amazing, and really creative content. So let's go say hi, send our love, throw in all of the emotes, all of the chat loves, and guys, till we meet again, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Good night, folks.
Bye.
Bye.